I just wanted to start out just kind of finding out a little bit about you and some of your musical influences and when you knew, like, okay, I definitely want to do music for my career.
Yeah, so my biggest musical influence is Keith Urban. I love his whole artistry. You know, he's an incredible writer, incredible singer, incredible musician, and I hear he's just a great guy. So he's my biggest influence, and I guess I really just as soon as I started singing, as soon as I started playing music, I just completely. That's when I fell in love, and I just knew instantly like that's what I was gonna do for my career, and that was my purpose in life. And that was when I was about 13, going on 14, and found out it was in church actually, and I started out in my church youth group, and I just instantly just I loved it.
Very cool, very cool. So I know also, you had a bit of a rocky start. Your parents probably would have never imagined you would be where you are today. Can you tell us a little bit about that story?
Yeah, so I truly believe I'm a walking miracle, and all glory to God, of course. But 2 days after I was born, I started bleeding internally, and I ended up stopped breathing 64 times in 12 hours. And the doctors told my parents, with that loss of with that loss of oxygen, I could be blind, deaf, mentally challenged, and or all of those. And they also said I'd be on machines for a good part of my childhood, and all this negative stuff. And it wasn't but 4 or 5 months later, I was off the machines, and everything was starting to look promising that everything was going to be okay. And I ended up graduating high school at 15, college at 17, just really defying the odds in like the greatest way. And I'm happy everything turned out the way it did, because now I have a message to share with people that anything is possible. Like if anybody tells you you can't do something, that's the greatest opportunity for you to prove them wrong and to show them that you can.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, not only are you, did you beat what they said you were going to do, but now I'm sure it makes all this even that much sweeter.
Oh, absolutely. It makes life so rewarding, just to know that you're living and walking with purpose every day. That that you could have been lost, but you're here for a reason, and you were saved for a purpose, and I truly believe that I was.
Absolutely, and I know I'm sure you're a bit of a songwriter. I think I've read, and you graduated from the Berkeley Songwriting School. Is that right?
Yes, I graduated from Berkeley College of Music, and that was a great experience for me. I wrote before that, and that was more like in the church, and it was more like worship music. But when I started going to Berkeley, that's when I really found like my style, and found my inner voice, I guess you could say. And it's just been great ever since then. I just love writing. At one point, I really considered myself more of a writer than even a performer. And over the past year and year and a half, it's kind of flipped. And it's been fun though. I love writing, and being here in Nashville, getting to write with these incredible writers, being able to co-write with them. It's been a really great experience for me.
Yeah, that's really cool. And I know another great experience that you've had, and we have to talk about is The Voice. So, how did that come about? How did you know you were going to try out for that, and working with the coaches, and just tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so The Voice, American Idol, like none of the reality shows were even like on our radar. We didn't really even want to do them, honestly. We never even thought about it. But one day I got an email from The Voice inviting me to a private audition down in Houston, and I live in Arlington, and so Houston's about 4 hours away, and we talked about it, and we decided, let's just go and just see what happens. It's not gonna hurt anything, and so we did. We drove down to Houston, and it ended up just working out. And they're like, okay, we're gonna send you to LA, and they sent it to LA, and obviously there's a lot of back and forth, and I don't know, just the doors just kept opening up, and it just felt right to just keep walking through them. So it ended up being a really great experience for me. Especially at the beginning, it was just so stressful, and there's so much tension. There in LA, we're trapped in a hotel room for 3 months before we get to even see the coaches, and it's just a crazy environment. Everybody, they hear they hear somebody say this, and then it starts spreading like wildfire. They're like, oh well, I heard them say this, and there's like all these little conspiracy theories going around, and You know, we're at this hotel, all like secluded, and we have like this cover story we have to tell people. Like we're at band camp, and just this ridiculous story. It was like all laid out on a sheet that we had to like memorize. But it was a great experience. You know, once I got on the stage, it was so rewarding in that moment. You know, there's so much excitement. Um, so it was just great, and being able to work with Blake it was incredible.
Oh yeah, I bet. And what a great platform just to, get your talent out there and let people start knowing your name. And now you're working on your own music, and tell us a little bit about that. When should we expect that coming out?
Yes, I'm working on my debut album, my very first full-length album. This is like the first project that actually like encompasses my sound, and I'm really excited about it. Hopefully, the album will be out in maybe June. I'm hoping, but the first single is going to be released here in about a week and a half on March 4th. So I'm really excited about it. The title is very appropriate. It's my first single, and it's called One. So you can't forget it, and we're really excited about it. It's up tempo, it's fun, it's got a cool storyline. So I think everybody's gonna really like it.
Very exciting. And if you could just tell the fans like one thing about yourself and your music, like what do you want them to know most about you as you're starting to just come up in this business?
Yeah, you know, I guess I just want people to know like I really do work hard. Um, you know, yes, I was on The Voice, and yes, that helped my career so much, but that is not like my claim to fame, and I don't hold on to that. You know, there was a lot of time and preparation, a lot of work that went in before The Voice. You know, there's years, and it's all just a part of the process. The Voice was just one step, and now we're working on the next step. So I just want people to know, like, I work hard, and I truly love country music, and I truly love just being able to share my passion with other people.